Today I'm going to talk a little bit about recording narrations using PowerPoint 2010. First off, why in the world would we want to do this? For this particular case that I'm talking about, we may want to actually publish a video of the talk. To do this, we need narrations and slide transition timings. So prior to recording the narrations, make sure all animations are set up, make sure you have all the transitions ready to go, you've practiced, everything looks good, everything's lined up the way you want it to be, exactly how you would want to do things before you actually give the talk. So where to begin? Once you're ready to go, you can go to the slideshow tab across the top, and then there's a record slideshow subheading within the tab. And inside that, you'll have two different options on the drop-down menu. The first one is start recording from the beginning, and so you would use this when you want to start your talk from the first slide. And the second selection is, say you wanted to record narration and timing on one specific slide. So this particular one's important, say if you mess up in the middle of your presentation. So tips and tricks. Narrations are associated with the slide itself. Knowing that, if you talk through transitions, audio is going to be lost. So try not to do that. I try to pause a little bit before and a little bit after I've transitioned to a new slide. So pause a fraction of a second. And since these narrations and timings are slide specific, when you are done and you're moving slides around in your presentation, maybe rearranging things, you're actually moving the narrations and the timings with it. So in reality, you could make a little movie, you could do whatever you want, but just remember that just in case you move something and it's suddenly out of context. So one important comment that I need to make is be careful if you go back and play your slideshow. So if you're going back and playing your slideshow and you have these three checkboxes checked, then what happens is when you hit play slideshow or you hit F5, it's going to actually play your narration and use your timings. So if you've done this in the past and you've practiced and you've made narrations, but you're going to give the presentation in person, make sure you disable these so they're not playing over the speakers while you're giving your talk. Also, maybe if you're going to go back and answer questions immediately and you just recorded everything, you might want to go and untick these. That way when you go back to a particular slide, or maybe you need to go through a few more slides, it's not going to record new narration. So what else can we do with this? Once you're actually finished, you can go to File, Save and Send, Create a Video, and then on the right hand side there'll be a few selections that we can choose from. So within these options, we can either select don't use recording timings and narrations. Basically, we would use a preset amount of time that would transition each slide. And right now what's grayed out is use recorded timings and narrations. So if there were actual narrations and timings, which there will be after this, this selection would be ungrayed, and when I click on that, it will actually create a video. Last but not least, practice, practice, practice. Good luck in recording your narrations and timings and practicing your PowerPoint presentations. I hope this was helpful.